Hello and welcome to Enter the Nerdosphere. This week, we are giving you tons of mini episodes because it's E3 week.
It's been a busy week.
And we've got little episodes dedicated to each of the major conferences coming out of E3. So, this episode is Bethesda. Bethesda Land.
Very unique. Bethesda Land was on-screen, kind of like very cartoony.
They fully
drawing
embraced
of the
their
carnival.
almost Fallout-esque, like 1960s
Aesthetics. It was basically their way of transitioning between each game they were showing by going to different part of Bethesda Land. Like over here, we're going into the Skyrim VR. Look here, and then the trailer would play.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, in case you didn't hear what I just said, yes, Skyrim has been built back up from the ground up in VR, full game, so I can finally have a fully immersive VR game that I can spend hours playing. I can either use my controller or I can use my wands, which means I'm casting spells with my hands. I'm pulling a bow back with my hands. I have a sword and I have a shield. Like, I am so excited for this game. Again. Even though it's still Skyrim and it's like 7 years later.
Yeah.
And I kind of want the next Elder Scrolls.
Well, we discussed this briefly off podcast, but I personally believe that we're not getting the next Elder Scrolls because they've been working on all these different versions of Skyrim. And I would rather get a new Elder Scrolls and then a VR version of that rather
Right.
than keep getting all of these new...
Because we just had the HD one or
Holy
whatever with the
Skyrim,
improved texture palettes
Yep,
and this,
and
that, and the other, and
mods
the
are activated,
mods.
and now we're getting it on the Switch.
And we're
they've
getting
been-
the Fallout
they've been
4
building it up for the
VR.
Switch, and now it's for the VR, and I mean it's all cool and stuff. And I want deep immersive games to start coming out for the VR, but not at the cost of new.
Right,
games.
like why can't we have the next Elder Scrolls just have the VR compatibility?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Wolfenstein 2.
The new Colossus looks
really good.
Looks really good.
Holy crap. That's one game that I missed that's kind of on my quote-unquote backlog that I probably will never play. But man,
Right.
oh man.
Connor, the third Preston brother, has played them, and he talks about them. He likes them, the Wolfenstein games.
A friend of
it's-
ours, Derek, also has played the original.
It's
Oh,
kind of
well,
like very much the Man in High Castle as like
Right,
Nazis
yeah.
1. I don't know. It looks very good.
I'm
Beautiful
excited about
gameplay.
it.
Looks great. It wasn't a gameplay trailer, but they did do a teaser trailer of The Evil Within 2. Looks freaky. Looks
Yeah.
scary.
definitely does.
That was cool.
They
had
did
the-
a brief teaser for the new Dishonored DLC, which is called Death of the Outsider. Which, I mean, if the name is to be believed, the Outsider's gonna die. Which the Outsider is he's like the weird supernatural being that gives you your powers. I know you haven't really played Dishonored,
No.
but so like Corvo, the main character, he gets his powers because the Outsider like makes a pact with him and he gets powers, and so the Outsider like goes around almost making mischief by giving certain people powers to see how they'll react, and that's kind of where like the good or evil like kind of side comes to it, because he wants to see like what you'll do with this kind of
Right.
stuff. So
basically, Dishonored Death of the Outsider is kind of a spoiler alert akin with G Gundam. Next time, will Master die at the hands of blah blah blah? Find out next time on the next episode of G Gundam, Death of Master.
yeah, exactly. It's exactly like that. So Doom. We mentioned Fallout 4 VR already, and we mentioned that Skyrim's coming to Switch, and Doom is also going to be in VFR, which I can only assume the F stands for an explicit word.
That, and it may not be the full game. It might be just like a mini-sode or something.
No, I think it stands for virtual effing reality.
Think so?
Yes.
It has to stand for something besides that.
No, that's what it stands for, because Doom's all about over-the-top violence, cursing, I hate you.
So Bethesda didn't really bring anything earth-shattering to the table this year. They just brought us some cool things to look
They
forward
didn't
to.
last year either.
No, they didn't, and I'm kind of getting worried about that. I'm really hoping that they've been working on something in secret, or kind of like when Skyrim came out. They're like, hey, you had no idea that we were working on this. Look at all this. And we were like, do what?
Yeah. Well, Bethesda first started their conference when they made the Fallout 4 announcement. And everyone kind of that was the first time they'd ever done it. Their own conference. And
You're right, because the Skyrim was somewhere else.
Everybody assumed that Bethesda wouldn't be coming back because the reason they did it was because of the Fallout 4 announcement. But they keep coming back, and they just don't really have a whole lot to talk about. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, there you go.
That's Bethesda.
I mean, Bethesda.
They always have good games, so...
Good games riddled with issues in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
So that was Bethesda.
Us know, give us a rating, a like or a dislike if you really didn't like it. Comment down below what Bethesda game you're looking forward to, or what you enjoyed coming out of E3 from Bethesda. Check out all of our other E3 related mini episodes this week, and we will see you
next time.